Cardano is currently breaking out above the 50 moving average right here. And if you guys remember my tweet yesterday, I said that was about 13 hours ago. So I don't even know if it was yesterday, depending on where you're on around the world. I said Cardano gets rejected by the 50 moving average on the daily. Let's see if it can close above it. So obviously, if this candle does end up closing above the 50 moving average, that's going to be very, very bullish for Cardano. We're going to have to see the daily candle just started. Well, not started, but it really started like 9 hours ago. We got about 15 hours left, as you guys can see right here on the right side of my screen. We're going to be having a look at Cardano and go into more depth about it, but I do want to have a look at the Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin, and pretty much having a look at the altcoin season chart index. So we're not clearly in an altcoin season just yet, so you guys need to be a little bit more patient. You guys can see that we did peak out the altcoin season right here back at the beginning of December and pretty much came back down. But what we really want to see, guys, is an altcoin year. We want to see a mega altcoin season, but for the whole year. We don't just want to see a few days or 90 days. We want to see a longer season pumping, okay? And of course, guys, this is my Discord. If you guys are interested in joining the Discord, you guys can see right here. I called a short on whiff yesterday, and this guy is literally up $1,800. He made $3,190 trading Ethereum. You guys can see right here. He said, "Thanks, Dosi, each short with no stop loss," which is a little bit risky, but of course, if you guys can make money from me, why not? And if you guys do want to get a $30,000 bonus, make sure you guys sign up with TOOBIT right now. The link will be in the description below. There's no KYC and it's available in the United States. Anyways, having a look at Bitcoin. We know Bitcoin is king. Bitcoin's the leader. Bitcoin is taking a little bit of a hit right now. And we could see that Cardano is actually getting rejected at the resistance. Okay, so we are above the 50 moving average, which is bullish, but I do want to have a look at Bitcoin. So the psychological resistance for Bitcoin is actually $100,000. Okay. Until Bitcoin, in my opinion, doesn't break $100,000, which is this resistance, I don't really see Bitcoin being bullish. Now, I know a lot of people said, yeah, Bitcoin broke this trend line. We're back. We're going to be bullish again. We're most likely going to go to the moon now. But that's not so easily done. I mean, it's not unicorns and rainbow. I mean, a lot of people think that trading is this easy. I still think that we're going to get at least $87,000 before having an ultimate mega altcoin season or even bull market. Now, in my opinion, this is my opinion, it's not financial advice, but I do think that if we're not going to see $87,000, I think that we're going to at least come back one more time and retest $91,000. Now, we know historically that every time we do come back and retest the support multiple times, that thing does get weaker. But you could expect that the next time we essentially either break the resistance, which is this level right here. You guys can see this is the resistance. Either we break this resistance or we come back to the support. Whichever comes first, we're most likely going to break, in my opinion. I think we're going to come back down and retest $87,000. We were also a little bit oversold, guys, on the stochastic RSI, so it was due for a relief bounce, obviously, on the daily time frame. Now, typically, when we have these three candles like that, and we have a massive, a red candle, it's not typically the most bullish sign. It's actually just a relief bounce, kind of like what we saw right here. So a lot of people thought that this was going to be the reversal right here, but guess what happened? That was not the reversal. So in my opinion, this is just a relief bounce. We're still in a bull market on a longer time frame. I think we're going to dump, maybe have a flash crash within the next 6-7 days. So you guys need to be patient. And another thing why I'm not bullish yet is because of the Bitcoin dominance. You guys can see right here, the Bitcoin dominance is clearly still trending to the upside right here. The EMA ribbons are holding the Bitcoin dominance, and pretty much more people are holding Bitcoin, more people are buying Bitcoin than altcoin. So until we can finally break these exponential moving average, which is a very, very long time. I mean, guys, we haven't broken these EMA ribbons, and I'm talking about closing. I'm not talking about fake outs right here. We haven't broken these exponential moving average, okay, since January 2023. We're January 2025, so 2 years, okay? 2 years we have not broken these exponential moving average right here. So until we can actually close below these EMA ribbons, this is when the altcoin season will start. And I know a lot of influencers are saying, oh, the Bitcoin dominance is down. Like, they're looking at the 1 hour time frame, right? And they're seeing like the Bitcoin dominance like crash like 0.2%. Like, yeah, 0.2%, like right here. They're like, yeah, altcoin season is coming. Like, dude, like 0.2%, I'm sorry to say, but it's not going to do much. Okay, you need at least 3-4% dump a day. And that's how you're going to have the altcoin season. 0.2%, you're not going to get really much. I mean, the Bitcoin dominance dropping from 57.75 to 57.54, you're not going to get really anything out of that. Like, yeah, maybe Cardano and the big alts such as XRP is pumping a little bit in Ethereum, but you're not going to get much of that. Anyways, having a look at Cardano real quick. Now, the interesting thing that I do want to talk and have a look at, the reason why I want to have a look at Cardano is because yesterday I did mention this 50 moving average. Now, another thing that we have to be careful is the VPVR. Now, we know right here that you guys can see that the point of control is actually given to us, and it's this red line. And this red line right here, which is the point of control, lines up exactly and perfectly with our resistance, or the resistance that I pretty much put. And the big question is, will Cardano finally break above this resistance point of control level, which is currently sitting at $1.08? Now, if it does, you could expect Cardano to come back to the next point of control, which is actually this level right here. Okay, so this is where the volume has mostly been traded. We're not going to have so much resistance right here. You guys can see there's not really any much of resistance right here. So if we want to go to $1.20 again, we need to essentially close and break above this level right here. Because if we do that, we're most likely going to see some highs, and Cardano could essentially enter prices cover in 2024 and pretty much explode to $4. So in my opinion, it's only a matter of time before this happens. We have to be a little bit patient. If we have a look right here at the Heiken Ashi candle, which is, I really like the Heiken Ashi because it tells you if there's a trend reversal or not. And you guys can see right here, this is a clear trend reversal right here. And obviously, I would like to see, close above the 50 moving average on the Heiken Ashi candles. Now, Heiken Ashi candles, it's an average bodied weighted calculation. So it's not like, the regular candles. So you guys can see right here, we are clearly closed above the 50 moving average, or clearly way above the 50 moving average right here on the regular Japanese candle. But if we have a look at the Heiken Ashi, it's very possible that we actually come back down and, not close and get rejected off the 50 moving average. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens here. I really like the Heiken Ashi for identifying trends. You guys can see right here, ever since we broke the 50 moving average right here and we closed above it, okay, we saw what happened. This was obviously on the 2-day time frame, so it's a different story. Every time frame tells a different story, and there's a different price action. But of course, on the daily time frame, we need to see that happening again. We need to see that closure to be bullish again. And if we do see that, then we could see obviously a lot of bullish momentum. And having a look right here, another indicator that I really like is the stochastic RSI. Now, this is something that's not good because the stochastic RSI does line up with our resistance. We are a little bit over, or getting over to that overbought region. Now, the last time we were actually overbought was actually around this area right here, sitting at $1.05. So pretty much the same area that we are in right now. And guess what happened? We pretty much got rejected, and we had a nice little, pullback essentially. So can you expect a pullback before exploding? Yes. So it's only a matter of time before this happens. We're going to have to see what happens. But obviously, this being overbought is not, the best news ever for Cardano right here. It could also be forming a bearish divergence. So, overall, we're going to have to see what happens. We are above the 200 moving average on the 4-hour time frame, which is actually very, very bullish. So it's only a matter of time before a massive decision happens on the daily time frame with the Heiken Ashi candles. And of course, if Bitcoin does keep on dumping, by the way, you could expect Cardano to dump slightly to the downside, and we could actually see a very ugly wick, very ugly daily candle essentially. So there's still 15 hours left. You guys have to be a little bit more patient. Hopefully, the candle does close in a good way and does close in a positive, bullish way, because if not, we could pretty much see some negative action coming into the weekend. So happy new year. Hope you guys have a great rest of the year. 2025, in my opinion, is going to be crazy. We just started 2025. And if you guys want to make money and you want to take your trading seriously, make sure you guys join my Patreon, and I'll see you guys in my next video tomorrow.